All right, everybody. So, what's going on now is, if you haven't can't tell from the image here, obviously fire, water, grass, Pokemon Core Trio starters. Um, for anybody who's been following the series so far, you know that I have on it. I just finished the Pokemon Blue Nuzlocke. Um, I'm not air quotes done with it just yet. Um, in the next episode that I do dedicated specifically to the Blue Nuzlocke, um, which in ultimately when that episode goes live, it's going to be before this episode on the playlist, just so that there's a clear breaking point. So anybody who's just wanting to watch like Johto or Kanto or Sinnoh, Hoenn, what have you, um, then you'll be able to easily just, oh, he's using this thumbnail for these videos. I just got to go here, and there's going to be a different thumbnail in the spacer videos like this. So ultimately, the final episode of the Blue Randomizer Nuzlocke is going to be uh, listed before this on the episode, so no worries, or on the playlist. So no worries about getting lost or anything like that. And that is going to be episode 12 is going to be the finale of Blue. However, that being said, I'm putting this up to let you all know I am. This originally started just as a Pokemon Blue randomizer Nuzlocke, and I was just going to go back and forth, kind of in between, like just jumping around to different games. However, that's changed. What I'm doing now is, as you just heard me kind of go over a little bit with kind of describing how the playlist is going to work out on itself, I'm turning this into a Genlock series. So I finished up the Kanto game, the version of the Kanto games that I'm playing, obviously Blue. Um, Beyond that, I am going to go to Johto next. I'm going to be doing Pokemon Crystal. So just kind of keeping on point with everything. It's going to be the starter trio in some capacity that's going to be used for the thumbnails for these, which I got really lucky for the one that I used for the Kanto games, because everybody loves the Kanto starters. Gen 1 is how most of you watching this probably got your start as a fan of Pokemon, was the Kanto games or the original Pokemon series, which cool. I'm a Gen 1er myself. I'm not gonna put anything on you about that. That being said, it has come to my attention that the internet just straight up hates Meganium, because it took me all of, I want to say, maybe 20 minutes. Not Probably not even that, probably like 10, uh, to get that real good picture that I've been using for the Kanto game, for the blue randomizer. Um, that being said, Venusaur obviously is far more preferable to people than Meganium, but to go through with the AI art program that I use for these thumbnails and be working at this, because right now where I am at, it's 5:08 a.m. I don't know when people are going to be watching this when it goes up. Um, but prior to me starting this recording and ultimately settling on this image you're looking at here as the thumbnail, I'm going to be altering it slightly because I don't use I'll probably use the same one. Um, I don't know that some of the other spacer videos between the series will probably have a different thumbnail, but I'm probably just going to use this as the thumbnail for the Pokemon Crystal Randomizer Nuzlocke, unless, of course, I can find, or somebody can link me to an image. Um, if you made it yourself with AI and you have me on Discord, feel free to send it to me. If you have a good battle image for Meganium Typhlosion and for Alligator, or a stock, royalty-free stock image type of thing. Uh, yeah, we'll go with that. Getting out of the context of what I'm talking about here. Um, because let's face it, if the internet hates Meganium the way that the fucking AI program that I use does, it's gonna be hard fought to get that. Because like I said, I spent the better part of like an hour trying to find a good image of the three of them fighting. And I won't deny some of them are cool, but no, it's just there's no valid reason why it should be that difficult for the AI program, especially when I have seen comprehensive ass fusion images AI has created with Pokemon. Although the one that I've been doing can't even really get Mewtwo right, which is really a shame. Anybody that knows me, or if you're looking at the channel, my profile picture for YouTube, you know Mewtwo is a big thing with me, especially on my damn page banner. I call him Jeff. Long, intricate backstory. Well, not really long, intricate backstory, um, but it's a story for another time. Um, but yeah, Mewtwo, obviously, aside from being one of my three favorite Pokemon of all time, yeah, there's that. Either way, getting off topic again. I don't want this to be a really long video, but I gotta say, one final sidetrack note here. I'm actually very proud of myself. I used to, like, in depth script out everything I was going to say and kind of stick to that and redo takes over and over and over again. Those days are behind me. Probably whether for good or bad is still remaining to be seen. But yeah, I've come a long way from when I used to do videos like this, like a year and a half, 2 years ago, which I just realized actually, because I want to take a look at the playlists that I've created. That's probably not, no, that's not going to be the easiest way to find what I'm looking for. Okay, so that's going to be a pain in the ass to locate, but luckily while I'm sitting here just rambling on, I can kind of speed through finding it. Either way, my point is that I've been doing videos kind of regularly for a while now. Uh, for anybody who knows me outside of the videos, I'm fairly a fairly easygoing guy, and the whole coffee with canteen concept that I came out with was kind of just like a spur of the moment thing. Uh, but here we go. So this is obviously it's now 5:12 where I'm at. 4 minutes ago I said that timestamp. Um, my first video that really kicked off me doing this on a regular basis was entitled Christmas Wishes, which was put up on Christmas Day 2 years ago. So I've been back to making videos and making content for the channel for 2 years now, which ironically, the coffee with Condine thing it had started out fairly short videos because it was all recorded from my phone. So they ranged anywhere from the Christmas Wishes video being 1 minute and 41 seconds to very quickly erupting into just humongous videos because I look at that the video 2 years ago that started I call it a podcast, but it's not really a podcast. Um, so now I'm recording like hour-long episodes of the Pokemon Nuzlocke series, um, or even still looking at some of them. There was even a recent Coffee with Conteen just a couple of months ago that was only 12 minutes, and ironically enough, 12 minutes flat, which is amazing to me. Um, but either way, to go from people watching a video that I started on doing the content 2 years ago. Uh, Sorry, apparently I had more rant in me than I realized. It's been a while since I've done an episode of Coffee with Content. There will be another episode coming soon, I promise you that. The one from 4 months ago is not the last one. Cup 45, 49. Either way, but going from that and having like 30 something views, because I'm not a huge channel or anything like that. I've got like about 68 subscribers currently. And if you're listening to this, obviously you're one of them. Um, but yeah, to go from getting like 30 something views on a video to my average views for the blue randomizer Nuzlocke getting anywhere from, I think the lowest one of the 12 episodes was 50 views, versus the one episode that really spiked up there, was the initial episode was Pokemon Randomizer, Randomized Nuzlocke Pokemon Blue, which got 200 views, which is amazing to me because that means that there's a lot more people watching my channel than are actually subscribed, which I'm cool with. I mean, I would love to see you guys actually subscribe to the channel, so I can get better at more of a feel from you to see kind of what content you like from me. Um, that being said, I'm gonna stop the rambling bit here. Um, but yeah, uh, so getting back to the point of the video, anybody who knows me knows that well too. Um, Very hard for me to stay on topic if I don't have a script. But yeah, I just noticed that. No, I'm not. I mean, let's be honest here. My content is not really original or anything like that, aside from the little side videos I do like this, where aside from talking about shit, pretty much everything is my own. Because the AI art, while it can be made an argument for that it's not mine because it's sampling other people's work, it fundamentally there are similarities to things. No, this isn't really going to turn into like a right versus wrong, good versus evil, felony versus guilt versus innocence type thing. But my 2 cents on the whole thing is that when you make a fundamental change to something that's obviously significant, um, actually, let me just kind of, I'll give you a good example here. If I can find, what? Okay, so basically it's like saying, hmm, no, okay. Ultimately, the same. I'll use this as a case in point here. So there's debate about if slash when there are ever going to be any new evolutions. Game Freak has actually gone on record to state, and I don't know who it was that the interview was with, but they've actually gone on record as to state that there had been plans at one point for a flying type evolution, and I want to say it was a steel type. Um, but they actually wound up scrapping that because of fan art of the concepts that came up, wholly unique. Um, because there's no way that at the time that they came out, because Nintendo's always been like super tight ass about shit. We all know that they don't like their copyrights being infringed on. They actually scrapped the ideas for the steel and flying type evolutions because of fan art of potential concepts that came out, um, that were very similar to things that they'd been planning. but because it came about in such a unique, wholly unrelated manner, they actually scrapped the evolutions because they themselves, in a rare moment of genuine humanitarianism, um, they actually scrapped the idea because they didn't want to copy someone else's art style. Even though we all know for a damn fact that if somebody's art is seen as that much of a threat to the image that Pokemon is putting out there because of how similar it is, under the isolated incident there, we all know for a damn fact that any one of us would say, no, here, you know, I don't even care if you buy it from me. Well, no, there's definitely people that would say, I want you to buy it. Um, but no, they would definitely make sure, under the proper agreements with Nintendo of America or Game Freak, Pokemon Company, however you want to refer to the overarching umbrella, that we would gladly give up the rights with the right compensation for it, for those to be implemented. We all want more evolutions because whether Eevee's your favorite Pokemon or not, it's definitely not my favorite Pokemon. Not by a long shot, but I definitely have no hatred towards it. We all want to see more of that, even if ultimately we get like a, because that actually could be a good idea. I'd heard at some point where somebody was talking about a regional variant Eevee that we have half of the types because of the whole normal and stellar making it 19 types. Um, the rest of them being from a regional variant Eevee that kind of has the same concept and it evolves into the missing types that we don't have. But we would all love to see that, to see the rest of the types get an evolution. But either way, uh, rambling over and done with now. But yeah, I wanted you all to know that when the final episode 12 for the blue randomizer Nuzlocke goes up, on this playlist, it will be before this episode. This is, like I said, it's kind of the break in between the two. Um, Again, if anybody has any ideas that they want to share with me in regards to a good fight image for Meganium Typhlosion and for Alligator, that wants to donate it, definitely reach out, or well, I can see what I can do because I don't necessarily want to just take from somebody. I'll definitely we'll talk about it if you have an idea that you want to pass along to me or whatever. Beyond that, I just wanted to kind of make sure you guys were aware. I'm not forgetting about the series. Shit's been hectic for me here. There's some big changes on the horizon for me that I will be addressing a couple of months down the road from now. Uh, Jake's awesome vids. I actually mentioned this to you. I would appreciate, since I did kind of tell you more than what I'm saying right now, if you don't say anything. I'm not ready for that to be public yet. As it is, there's probably, I want to say, all of 8 people that really know what's going on right now as to what's coming. And obviously, I implicitly trust the people that do know what's going on to not say anything. So there's that. Um, Also, after the holidays are over for the year, Jake, I'll be reaching out to you directly. But either way, back on point. Didn't want you guys to think that I forgot about the series. I'm also going to be going back and doing some more Pokemon Stadium content in the near future as well. It would be amazing if I could find a way to fucking lower the in-game volume with that. But either way, hopefully you all have a great night. This is going to be going up here in just a couple of minutes when I finish the recording. So since it'll actually be live before then, hopefully you all have a Merry Christmas. For those that don't celebrate Christmas, um, you know, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Yule, whatever it is that you all celebrate. Hopefully you have a wonderful holiday season, and I will see you again in just a little bit. And have a great night.